What kind of intro music you gonna play today?
Let's
I
see.
love it. I love the intro music. The reggae vibes, baby.
That's my boy. He allows us to do it. I could play a little something on here for fun. Let's see.
What do you got? The record? You scratching records, Colin? Here we go, Samboner Nation. Welcome back. DJ Colin and Samboner Mick coming to you live on this beautiful, beautiful day in the Samboner hood. Colin, I gotta be honest with you, man. I feel like I'm still in quarantine, or I'm back in quarantine. When you're being held ransom of your Samboner page, I'm trying to pump content. I'm in the biggest Samboner rut of my entire life. I was going to drop one at like my local gas station earlier today. And I'm like, I don't know. Am I going to spend $15 on a sandwich just to Sambone for the hell of it? Then I come home and
that is soft.
What? I'm not soft. What do you want? I'm just in a rut. It comes and it goes.
Listen, get the sandwich. Just keep on Samboning. Practice what you preach. Rip it and do a video. What's the difference?
Oh, my God. I know. You know what? You're right. Because I come home and I make a little homemade John and I get the shit end of the stick. You know what the shit end of the stick is? When you pull out the loaf of bread and you get the last piece of bread, like the flat top. What do they even call that? That's bullshit.
Everyone's hands have been like reaching past it and just mushing it down.
Exactly. But yeah, no, man, we're out here. We're still grinding, doing what we can to make the most light in this world, dude. But yeah, dude, all is good in the hood, the Samboner hood. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great, man. For those that don't know, the Samboner Show, follow them on Instagram. That's the new path right before as we get this Samboner. The Samboner page is coming back better than ever. We're working on getting it back. But again, follow the Samboner Show. Do not tag the Samboners or you're going to get berarded with whatever.
Yeah, give me all your Bitcoin. Go to the local Willow Grove Mall. Make a left at the second elevator and send me $500 in Bitcoin.
I don't want to give this guy. We're not giving this guy any more light. So everything's good though, man. Running around, moving and shaking, training hard, podcasting, you name it, man. Just waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the draft to pass here and kind of see what teams don't get the tight end they want and go in with a group of guys and work out for that spot and try to get it. So we'll see.
Nice, man. Nice. All the best to you. The Samboner Show could not be brought to you or could not be possible if it wasn't brought to our good friends. Let's just run this down. The original Fudge Kitchen, baby. Woo! Shipping fudge all across the country. Chocolate, vanilla, peanut butter. Right about that time, baby. What are we, 35 days until shit, that reminds me. I still got to get a beach chair, but summer is right around the corner, baby. No better time to load up on your fudge. What's that?
Yeah, definitely got to load up on the fudge. What are you going to go with? We talked about this before. Mick, I think you should load up with the $100 beach chair. It's going to be industrial, last you forever. Or are you going to go with the $30 job that you have to get every single year?
Yeah, you know, I haven't taken a good look or a bite at any of the beach chairs. But no, man, I'm definitely in the market.
If you're selling beach chairs, hit us up at the Samboner Show.
Maybe I get myself a nice little Hank Sauce beach chair or like a Sea Isle beach chair. That'd be a good idea. Start branding beach chairs. Samboner's beach chairs?
The problem with that, we should, but the problem that is that people are sitting in them. You can't see what the thing is. So marketing wise, you can't really sell yourself.
The best, actually, we got the kids, the beach chairs with the backpacks on the back, or the backpacks, and then they had like the little coolers in the back. So they stuff their little lunches and drinks in there. Yeah, man, we're lighting the load. As these kids get older, we lighten the load. No more wagons, no more nothing. I just backpack it up. I got a 12-pack of beer in the backpack. Off we go, baby.
Now, what do you think about Ross Tucker on my show? He said that the best sandwich on earth is a sandwich on the beach.
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. That said, I do a fair amount of samboning on the beach. I hate getting the sand in the sandwich, man. Like there's a lot of sand that's kind of blowing back and forth, gets in the sandwich. I mean, I guess if you like that extra crunch, it's a good thing. But no, I mean, I like to take out. I like to hit up like a little hot dog stand, or I like to order from just like Berardi Brothers or something along those lines. Those guys do a great job with like the delivery. Delivery on the beach is a huge thing now, man. Pizzas, hoagies, cheesesteaks.
Got some kid out there just grinding in the summer heat, just like, oh. The chafage alone, I couldn't do it. Poor guy, poor girl, whoever it is.
Oh my God. But yeah, man, shout out to our good friends of the page, Cafe Carmela, Joe and Anne Marie, just continue to dominate the Samboner hood location over in Burholm, Northeast section. They got a new location coming in Huntington Valley. Those guys, top 3 cheesesteak cutlet sandwiches are phenomenal. Just an unbelievable family-run business right here in the Northeast. Another shout out to Lilo's Tomato Pie in Hainesport, New Jersey. Lisa and John Paxia, just a couple sweethearts doing all they can in the community of New Jersey, slinging unbelievable food, cheesesteaks, pizza. And then last but not least, my good friends Mike and Nick at Berardi Brothers, just holding it down in Sea Isle, Southampton. Dude, they came onto the scene in Southampton and they blew up the Samboner hood, honestly. There's now, I guess, you can't go and get it. You got to pre-order cheesesteaks at this point. You got to pre-order cheesesteaks, get in line, get in queue. Same thing with Curly's down in Levittown. Like, the demand is just through the roof. That's why we're the fattest city in the fucking country, Colin.
We also are the happiest city in the country.
And the happiest.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to be up for Mother's Day, so we may have to whack that down, Mick. Go there.
Good luck with that, dude. You'll need a good 3-4 hour nap in the afternoon. And then last but not least, shout out to Hank Sauce, Samboner Nation, affiliates of the Hank Sauce family. You want to get out there and buy some Hanks for your friends. Nice little gift packages online. Use the promo code Sambone, Sambone. And that's it, baby. We're rocking. We're rolling. We got a big show on the back end of today. We're bringing on the Deli Guy at the Parkwood Deli. I believe his handle's Parkwood Deli, at Parkwood Deli. This guy is a fucking pistol, dude. You think you could drink, 12 Coors Lights in a given day? This guy could probably throw back 24.
I mean, again, it has nothing to do with how much I like people based off how much they drink. But I tell you what, his stock went up big time for me, and I'm like, all right, Mick and I definitely need to go and see this guy on a Friday night because he works his, off. I mean, the guy's a grinder. He's like, you'll see the video, people. Again, you listen to the show, listen. But if you want to watch the YouTube, which we have every show on YouTube. He was so entertaining. People are walking behind him during the show. He's like telling people what to do. He's like running the restaurant while he's doing this show. He's kind of a guy like his son does a social media for him, and he overnight became famous. And he's like, what do you mean I have all these likes and followers? So super humble, great material. Like, he's a Samboner, this guy. Like,
that's the beautiful part about like the older, like our elders, right? They want nothing to do with social media. However, they may want to just bring on this video presence, something that their kids help them kind of get over that. But I have another quick story. A friend of mine down the shore, their niece, like 24-year-old niece, went to their pop-up. They call him Manana. And he's like been the chef his entire life, but he's now retired. And it's still just a passion of his. So they started filming him in his kitchen, making all these different cuisines. Sure enough, quickly got up to like over 100,000 followers on TikTok. And every day he'll call his niece and say, hey, how many points did we get yesterday? How many points? Like talking about views. And it's so awesome, man.
It's so awesome. It's interesting, like what the future is with that, right? Obviously, we're trying to be on the head of the curve and get in the media company and then the Samboner show and all the things we have going on here at Non-For-Long Media. But for a guy like that at Parkwood Deli, he's just cooking and grinding every day. And his son's just there with a camera, just following him around. And the guy's juice is unbelievable. Like, that's a place I want to go get a sandwich. He's posting pictures of people Samboning outside from California that were driving through Jersey and stopped and saw him. So give him a follow on social media, not like we're pumping his tires, and he was on our show, but because he's a great dude and he's hysterical. I mean, I pass along to Mick. I'm like, this guy is a character.
He's got the juice, baby. He's got the juice.
He's great. Big Giants fan. We had some good smack talk there between him and Mickey. So yeah, all's good. Parkwood Deli's a great dude. Now, Mick, and again, the weather's been fantastic, right? It's really been mild. What's the stamp for you when you get the butterflies rocking and rolling, like the summer's on the way?
Oh man, baseball.
Baseball.
It's all about baseball right now. I mean, I like to tee it up if I can once a week. We got out last Friday. Nothing to write home about there. I think I lost 12 skins, but baseball season is back. Little guys on the diamond. My daughter's playing soccer, so soccer season's back as well. I will say though, like the weather, like you said, you bring up a good point about the weather. Like it's a little above average, I want to say. Like most spring, April, May, you don't want to go down to the park. But I don't think baseball is dead, but holy shit, man. Yesterday, something caught my eye. The Phillies are on the road. First, they're on the road against the Cincinnati Reds for 4 games. those 4 games against Cincinnati, Colin, we'd be lucky to see 4,000 fans in the stadium. And then fast forward to yesterday against the Chicago White Sox, you got a 4:00 day-night doubleheader. So 2 tickets or 1 ticket for the price of 2 games. You got a 4:00 game and a 7:30 game. Those 2 games combined, we're talking 3,000 fans if we're lucky. And then on the flip end of it, I was flicking over against the Detroit Tigers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Can't believe I got that right. There might have been 500 people in that stadium as well. Like, what's going on, man?
I think, again, you and I've had this debate before. I think radio's dead. AM's obviously dead. FM's on its way out. I don't think baseball's dead. I think what the sports fan is now is we're getting pulled in a million different directions. There's so many different ways to enjoy the game at the house now. There's so many different ways to enjoy the game in a bar and restaurant, down the shore, on vacation. And if you are not going to bring the heat as an owner, as a general manager, and spend the money to field a roster in baseball, people call you out on it, and they're not going to show up. Just like the Phillies were when the Phillies were garbage, 5 years ago, and they were in that just kind of lull period before they said, we're going to reinvest. We're going to turn this puppy around. And it started with Bryce Harper and a couple of players that were already Phillies at the time. So I think really what it is, Mick, is people just saying, we've had enough. If you're going to be mediocre, we're not showing up. Because
because you're not going to get that, right? As soon as the Phillies come home, Citizens Bank Park is going to be 85% capacity.
And there's always more to look forward to when you have a good team. Oh, Bryce is coming back. Oh, Reese may come back for the playoffs. Like, that's good teams. They have depth. They have enjoyment. They have owners that invest back in the ballpark. So I completely agree, Mick. I just think it's people now calling people out. Like, sorry, there's more shit to do.
Just to fire up those stadiums alone, man, they must be bleeding cash when you only bring 1,000, 2,000 fans into the stadium for a Major League Baseball game.
Cincinnati Reds, that's proud baseball.
Yeah, man.
Proud. Cincinnati's legit. I play with a bunch of guys throughout my career that are from Cincinnati. They love the Reds. But I follow Kirk Herbstreit. It's all he talks about in the offseason. You can tell he has passion for baseball. But
he's a Bearcat.
Yeah, he's Bearcat. So, no, he's Ohio State.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, no, you're good. But I think at the end of the day, to me, it's like there's so much shit going on now in the world. I can watch anything I want. I'm not watching a bad product. I'll move forward. I don't watch the Flyers this year, and I'm a diehard Flyer hockey fan. I didn't go to one game. I usually go to multiple games a year. So
every game you watch for the Flyers probably take a year off your life.
You watch these NHL playoffs. I was talking to my buddy last night about it last night. I just said that last night 4 different times. If you watch the NHL playoffs, Flyers literally are we're talking about an 8 seed, a team that barely made it. The Flyers could not even hold a candle to. And again, if you're a mild hockey fan and you want to watch these playoffs, they're incredible, by the way. I'll be a resident hockey fan here. I don't want to bore everybody, but the NHL playoffs are freaking killer. So, Mick, Phillies pitcher, Matt Strahm, he disagrees with MLB teams extending alcohol sales. And I get his point, and I do agree on this sense. The reason we stopped selling alcohol in the 7th inning before was to give our fans time to sober up to drive home, right? Strahm said on the Baseball Isn't Boring podcast. So now this is a faster paced game, and we are being, and with me being a man of common sense, if the game is going to finish quicker, we would not move the beer sales back to the 6th inning and give our fans time to sober up and drive home. Instead, we're going to, we're going to go into the 8th, and now we're putting our fans and our family at risk driving home with people who just drank 22 minutes ago. Struggle with that read, but still.
Who is this guy? What's he talking about?
This is the Phillies pitcher, Matt Strahm, and I apologize for the read there. Archbishop Wood graduate, and also there's graphics and shit all over this ESPN thing.
He needs to look himself in the mirror, Colin. And when he does that, make sure he has his Philadelphia Phillies uniform. You don't play for the Nationals. You don't play for the Tigers. You don't play for the Guardians. You don't play for the Reds. This is Citizens Bank Park, baby. This is the biggest and best bar in the city. It's guys like this that need to go look back at some of the highlights in 2008, some of the highlights in 1993. I mean, this is America's baseball team, man. This is exactly where you want to go to let loose, have a good time. When they call last call, when Espo's coming up and down, shout out to Paul Esposito. Guy's a grinder, working the Miller Lights up and down every aisle. When he calls last call, you grab 2. And if you need to just delay your trip home, go out to the parking lot, drink a couple glasses of water, wait an hour, right? You're a responsible human being. You're a responsible dad. You're a responsible person. Let that individual make his own decisions. But for you to call somebody else out based on a decision that Major League made, come on, man. This is Philadelphia, dude. It's Philadelphia. Look, I'm not sitting here telling you to go fucking pile on a load and drive home drunk. No, don't do that. But make your own decisions. And if that's what MLB is mandating, and you want to grab a beer before the last call, maybe grab 2. You have every right to do so.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting topic, right? And I think the human in all of us, right? We are, and Mick agrees and just said it. We're not promoting drinking and driving. There's a lot of interesting things to unpack. Take it to the business side of this real quick. And Mick and I have talked about this before. Mick's a baseball lifer, diehard fan. I'm a moderate Phillies. I'm a big time Phillies fan, but I only tune in really when they're doing great. Just part of, again, the world's pulling you different directions. And they're doing great, so I watch a ton. But what does how does this affect the MLB? Because there's less beer sales, right? Shorter games, less beers are being sold. So if everybody has one less beer at $20, that's a lot of money the teams are losing for 82 home games. So it's going to be interesting to see. That's a business move by the MLB. Don't get it twisted. That's a business move, not a fan move. Like, hey, fan, we're going to give you another inning for beers. It's not that, in my opinion. It's money for the owner. So we'll see how it plays out. Mick asks, is this pitch clock? We always talk about this off air. Is the pitch clock going to be around forever? I think it will be, but it could be.
That's some unbelievable stats right there. I mean, with the 6:40 start times, these games are coming to an end close to 9:30. You're in and out. You're in and out, and you're right, man. Like
2 beers instead of 4.
4 instead of 8.
You know what I'm saying? The pounders.
I'm just kidding, but some of these other ballparks probably don't have this problem. You know, outside of Citizens Bank Park, Fenway, and Wrigley, man, again, this attendance is dismal. It's dismal.
There's just so much that pulls you now. And honestly, think about this. Like if you're doing well at home, like you're pimping out your house with a place to watch the game and the kids are happy, and it's a lot. It's a lot with the world.
Yeah, no, it's a big commitment. I get 17 games and I usually give 2 or 3 away, probably sell another 2 or 3. And then I do try to get down 8 to 10 times a year, if not more.
Number. But to commit to 30, 40 games is, you got to be single.
Yeah, I know, man, but it's just there's something different about Philadelphia. Like I'm okay sacrificing an inning or 2 if we're having a good time in the parking lot, the tailgate's buzzing, the music's going.
Yeah,
it's just a good scene, and there's so much just positive camaraderie at Citizens Bank Park alone. People just getting after it, hooting, hollering. Fun days are ahead, man. They really are.
Who's your favorite Philly?
My favorite Philly? I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Harper, I will say. But you got to like tip your hat to some of these other guys, like, you know, Stott's coming out of nowhere, breaking some records right out of the gate. 17 game hitting streak was snapped yesterday, but, you know, broke a little Phillies history with that from the, you know, home opener till just yesterday. I'm a big fan of Harper, man. His work ethic, just the way he goes about himself, how he just kind of, you know, just Philly quickly became home, and, you know, how he ties in like the Philly fanatic spirit to his everyday, you know, wardrobe with the shoes and the bandana, and everybody gets behind him. So like guys like Bohm, guys like Stott, I wasn't really big on Reese, but it is a bummer to see him get shelved for the year. I mean, he's a big piece of the Phillies, the organization. He came through, you know, pretty big last year in the off season, or I'm sorry, in the World Series run. But no one player really stands out. My favorite Philly of all time. You'll never guess this one, but
Chase Utley.
Oh yeah, no, Von Hayes, baby. Number 9, bats left, throws right-hander. How about that Von Hayes? Yeah, man, he's one of my classic throwbacks. Mickey Morandini.
My favorite all time is Chooch, Carlos Ruiz.
Ah, yeah, dude.
I loved him. You know, my dad was a catcher, and, you know, we always watch catchers. I played, and when I was playing, I was a catcher, and I just enjoy the way he handled all those 5, 6 pitchers, and then Brad Lidge, and like he had timely hits, and he was fun to watch, and was just a grinder, and not super talented or super gifted, but just was really great. I'll keep it in this category now for my current Philly. It's JT Realmuto. The guy's hose behind the plate is so much fun to watch.
Catcher. You're a big fan of the catcher.
Yeah, I am. I mean, they have to have a little bit to him, you know, like for me. If it's just like, I don't know, Mike Lieberthal didn't do it for me. You know, I mean, I thought he was a good. he was a good Philly, but like that wasn't. So my point is, JT Aruntu is my current guy's a stud, dude. Like all state quarterback. Like I love that type of guy.
And he comes to play every day. This is a good squad, man. I hope that they can fix some things. They're off to a slow start. I think Charlie Manuel said it perfect. Like you get to that, 40, 50 game mark, you want to be at least 500. If you're anything south of 500, then you're going to be climbing a pretty uphill battle to get yourself above 500 and make that final, push for the playoffs. But, things are still early. Bat season didn't really come about. Although I was reading some crazy shit the other day. I'm not going to get too far into this, but like with all these climate changes, the home runs are way up in the MLB. Like balls are leaving the park much more than they were like 5-6 years ago. If that makes any sense. I'm not a weather guy.
No, it's interesting. I mean, you know what I found out today?
What's that?
I was on this meeting I was on previously. Was baseball stadiums have to majority of them they encourage to face a certain direction. Did you know that?
They what?
They're encouraged the home plate's encouraged to face a certain direction, possibly due north because of sun and
yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was like a thing. I just thought you build a field where there's room. But it's a real thing when you're building fields to consider. Now, every MLB field's not like that, and all baseball fields are not like that, of course. But if you have a space to encourage, it's supposed to be.
I wonder if that has anything to do with Citizens Bank Park being in a hole.
Probably could be.
If you think about it, you walk to the ground level, the stadium is down.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome. Awesome. That's one of the best parks in the league, honestly.
I've again, our Breaking Bad show, if you guys are baseball fans and you want to follow a non-football media show, Breaking Bad is awesome. And they've talked about there before. And I feel it. All my buddies in minor league baseball, my buddies in the NFL, like anybody who's been to Citizens Bank Park absolutely loves it. Loves it. It's a great time. It's not a bad seat. Gotta go, Nick. We gotta have a Samboner day.
That place is gonna be buzzing this summer. It really is. With that lineup, man, the place is gonna be buzzing.
We're gonna have a Samboner day. Call to the bullpen. We'll have a call to the bullpen Phillies edition where you got to come down to the game and hang out.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's get a little Phillies tailgate going. That's definitely on the list.
Tailgate, hoagies, play some golf.
River Run, baby.
All right, that's
what else going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just I'm into that phase now. Got the new house in the year, so this is our first time of like the yard work and that grind and kind of the old habits that popped my dad. Bossing me around the backyard. Of all those things are coming back. Picking weeds. I'm at the trouble growing grass, so I got to lay down. I'm going to put some stone in and make the fire pit bigger to hide.
And you cut your own grass? You blow your own leaves, or you hire somebody?
Absolutely, I cut them, but we also hire somebody too. I mow the lawn with a little push mower. It's not very big, and then I'll clean up around the house and do like the basic stuff, and then like when it's time to mulch and all, we throw them another bone to make sure they clean her up good. Because
all the Samboners bust my balls. I enjoy cutting my own grass. I enjoy blowing my own leaves, cleaning up my own yard. Yeah, I go down the shore for the summer, so I do have to hire somebody. But in the off months, I do it myself. Until the other day, I tried to fire up the good old backpack blower, and it didn't start. Thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is going on here? First, I get my page hacked. Now my leaf blower won't start.
Oh yeah, they're of course they're right next to each other.
Yeah, everyone too. But I got a cool 30 pack in the fridge. So
yeah, Stella's. Good. What are you going these days?
We're going Miller Lite, man. We're back to the Miller Lite 30 pack. I picked up a 12 pack of like a hazy session IPA brought to you by Founders. I'm a big Founders guy. I love their beach lager. I used to drink their all-day IPA all the time, man. I was a big-time all-day IPA guy. But then they had this hazy IPA, so I figured I'd give it a try. I mean, I like just a traditional IPA, but I am trying to cut back on, 50, 60 calories here and there if I can.
Cutting corners where you can. My wife said something the other day. She's like, "Why are you getting that?" I'm like, "Well, it's a school night. I'm going to try to eat, a little bit better." We just get it, for her and I. There's a great place down here. It's been a bar of the week on my show called Heroes Pub, and we go on Monday nights. It's $19 New York strip night, covered in blue cheese, black. Yeah, dude, it's really good, and they got a baked potato and veggie, and we get like nothing on it. The guy's like, "You don't want any bacon? You don't want any sour cream? You don't want any cheese?" I'm like, "Nope, gotta watch my weight." Meanwhile, on Sunday, I had 12 beers. Couple margaritas, boom, a cheesesteak, whatever. But hey, you got to cut where you can cut. I rather get busy living than get busy dying.
That's right, baby.
That's the motto of the Samboners. Yeah, so good stuff, man. As always, so much fun on here. And we got Deli Guy coming up.
Yeah, Deli Guy. If anybody's following this pistol, Jesus Christ.
If you're not, you're wrong.
Strap on tight. Caught me by surprise.
It's me, the Deli Guy. What? I'm the best. I'm the best. We got sharp provolone, ribeye sandwich, lettuce, tomato, onion coming for you. $11.95. The Deli Guy. We do it the best. There's my impersonation. Oh, too much fun. Thanks, Mickey. Great times as always. Hope you guys enjoy the Deli Guy. Thanks to all our sponsors. Everybody makes this possible.
Yeah, baby. Keep on Samboning.
Samboner out.
Samboner out.
That's how it becomes live, right?
Welcome back, everybody. A big show on our hands, folks. It's the Samboner Show. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in the Samboner hood. I just drove 45 minutes in my car. The last 15 miles, I was on E. I had no time to stop at the gas station, folks, because we had a very, very special guest on our hands. I had to make it to the 2:15 podcast show. Samboner. Welcome, Roger, a.k.a. It's me, the Deli Guy! What's up, Roger?
Thank you very much, Mick. That wasn't that bad, Mick. That was pretty good.
Roger.
More energy, but not bad.
We're expecting a lot of energy out of you, man. I sometimes watch I've got to know some of your clips. Colin actually introduced me to you. I was following you way back when, and you know how the algorithm works, right? You sometimes see these people's posts, and then they disappear, and then they come back, and they disappear.
Yep.
That's the Zuckerberg problem that we're all up against. But, yeah, man, pleasure to have you on the show. Big fans. I'm glad Colin reached out to you. You obviously have a pretty remarkable following on Instagram. The energy that you're bringing day in, day out is extremely exciting for us. So, yeah, Colin's going to dive in. We're going to ask you some questions today. Let's just have some fun with it.
Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Where was it born? Hey, it's me, the Deli Guy.
Well, I always used to tell people, my coach buddies, like there's nobody better than me. Some of the innuendos I use now. And then right before COVID hit, my son said, let's throw a video out there. And I'm like, come on, Dad, I work hard enough. Daddy always want no problems. Kept hounding me. My son's a sophomore in college, a freshman at the time. I'm like, all right, what do you want me to do? So we videoed one of the sandwiches, and so I really don't know nothing about social media, nothing until now. And I said, Ty, whatever. So I'm eating dinner, and he goes, Dad, 350,000 likes. I'm like, what? I go, great. I'm eating. He goes, Dad, you really don't know what that means? I'm like, nope. He goes, okay, whatever. You know how teenagers are. The next day he comes to my store and says, can you do another one? I'm like, yeah, sure. Go home that night, and him and my other son, 2-3 years apart, they're in front of me, and they go the same thing. Dad, 700,000 likes. I'm like, Ty, okay, great. What does that do for us? And I'm eating. He goes, Dad, look up at me. He goes, you know the pizzeria in town? I said, yeah. He goes, they have 10 delivery guys. I go, yeah. He goes, when they do a video, they get 10 people, 110 people. You got 700,000 this second video. So I'm like, all right, Ty, whatever. I said, just don't get me in trouble, blah, blah, blah. So sure as shit, 2 days later, he comes back, goes, everybody's at, and he would answer at the couch at night, people would ask questions, and he would answer them. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, oh, this guy said this about you. This guy said this. So I'm like, okay. He goes, they want a chicken parm sandwich. All right, Ty, just come to the store. Just leave me alone, whatever you want to do. So we did chicken parm, broccoli rabe, and that's where it started. It had like 3.8 million hits, and the store started getting bombarded with people coming in asking for the sandwich, and then I just, from there on, I just used the it's me, the Deli Guy, blah blah blah. It's me, the Deli Guy, blah blah blah. There's nobody better than me. There's nobody better than me.
So really, that was my next question. It was, how did it affect the store? How did it affect your life post doing this whole social media and COVID craze?
Well, it sounds crazy, guys. Like, it's when you guys see my video, yes, that is my personality, but on Showtime, just say when he says 1, 2, 3, go. Other than that, I'm in the business 32 years. I make the same sandwiches I made my whole life, and it's crazy how social media has exploded me. But how has it happened? People come from all over, and they're in awe. So we're all, I'm in my 50s. You guys look like you're around the same age, 40s or whatever. So when a grown man comes in and I want to take a picture with you, it's like, what? I just make sandwiches for a living, and then you see behind the board, and so it's pretty cool. We give away, anybody comes in, we give away T-shirts to everybody, sign whatever people want, pictures. But yeah, it's very, I'll use the word humbling, just say. Yep.
That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. So how long ago did this start? A year ago?
Yeah, probably July 2021.
Isn't that incredible, though? Like the power of social media and how it can create such a positive experience, not only for you as a human being, but for your business and how impactful it can be just to the local community, right? I'm sure you're a local celebrity. And
yeah, absolutely. Mick, it's how do I say, like, so I'm involved when my son goes to high school and I help out in the snack stand, and people will be lined up, and I'll come out and they're like, oh my God, it's him, and they're like, can we have your autograph? And so the kids will be lining up, and my best of friends like, what are you doing? And I'm like, and my one friend will say, he's the deli guy, he's signing, these kids' shirts or, pictures, or at the store we give away a lot of t-shirts. We have a t-shirt that says TikTok on it. So anybody that comes in, I give them t-shirts or a hat. So, yeah, it's so my best of friends, I'll give you one scenario. We're in the last Christmas, we're in the city, and we're in a restaurant, and I see some guy have these sneakers on that I would never wear. So I'm like, you know what, it's Christmas time. Can you get us 6 shots of tequila? So my wife's friends are like, oh, come on. I'm like, come on, guys, let's go, man. Let's crank it up. Let's have a great night. So I make an innuendo on this guy's sneakers again, right? I'm like, bro, I don't know if I could ever wear them, He goes, oh, they're $2,500. You love people when they start throwing out numbers. So I'm like, hey, that's even more than I wouldn't wear them. I'm just a deli guy, and that's what I say to him. I'm just a deli guy. I slice bologna for a living, Out of nowhere, his 6'5" buddy comes with a phone. And now you're talking Manhattan, nice restaurant. I'm sure you guys been in that situation before. And the guy said, oh my God, it's him. And in his hand, he's got the phone going, playing my videos over, and you can hear it in the restaurant. It's like a nice restaurant. So my friends are like, they're looking back, they start laughing at me. So I'm like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. And I got the shots in my hand, and I'm like, all right, and the guy's like, no, man, this guy's a star. And he keeps yelling in this restaurant in Manhattan. I'm like, well, nice to meet you, And then the guy with the sneakers next to me goes, oh, Mark, you know him? And I'm like, you guys are together? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, nice to meet you guys, but your sneakers are still off the wall and blah, blah, blah. So I turn to my buddies, and my buddy goes, bro, I know you told me this, but now I seen it live. This is fucking stupid, he said. He goes, you're just Roger, my buddy, and we're in Manhattan at Christmas time, and these guys are lighting it up, But so stuff like that happens a lot. My wife is used to it now. My kids challenge me all the time. They call it Dad Got Noticed. You know what I mean? Like we'd be on a line just somewhere. I try and go. I do a lot. For my field on Saturdays and Sundays, I'll go to a lot of different places, and I'll just do. I'll just go in. I'll eat. I educate myself. Just say. And if people ask me to come to their store, I'll go to their store. And when we go in or whatever, my son Tyler will be like, Dad's noticed again. But it's very, 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 very humbling because I don't do anything that I haven't done for the last 30 years. What I'm saying?
Last 30 years before that, though, and we're going to get into your restaurant, your business, your deli. Where did your inspiration for the food, for cooking, your passion for it come from?
Well, when I graduated school, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do in life. Like every other teenager, I just started washing dishes at Houlihan's. Then I got a job at a restaurant. And my day off, I got a job in this deli in take care, big guy. Thank you. I got a job in this deli in Fort Lee during the day, just for beer money, $50 a day, and I was cooking at night. And I'm like, shit, I don't want to be behind the stove till 11 o'clock at night. So make a long story short, I was 21. I worked for the chef in Circle's Cafe, and he said, I'm going to buy this deli. Will you come look at it? You got deli experience in Wyckoff, New Jersey, that's where I am right now. And I go, yeah. And 3 weeks later, so you buying that deli? He said, nope. I said, you sure? He said, yep. I'm like, you mind if I, go check it out? He goes, well, you're going to buy it? I'm like, yep. And I, at that point, it was Wyckoff, New Jersey. I was from by Lincoln Tunnel. So for your guess, it's like 40 minutes from where I am. You went from suburban to the country almost. Where I am now is like trees and green. And I just, right then and there, 21 years old, my dad wrote the guy a check for $66,000. I was 21, and here I am today. Yep. Wow. Just loved. I just loved the hours, loved meeting people, loved work.
Still throwing them back, Raj?
Still throwing them back.
Nice. Yep. What are we at? Coors Light guy? What are we?
Sorry?
Coors Light guy?
Bingo. Coors Light, gin and tonic.
Damn, I'm good.
I love
Coors
it.
Light, gin and tonic. A lot of them, too. A lot of them.
Right. Damn right. Now,
Saturday nights when I'm done, oof.
Absolutely. It's on. Well, the tequila made me smile a little bit. I love that, too. That's tremendous.
As you guys know, you go out with certain people, it's a lot of fun, and just loosen up the tension with the girls and stuff. You're in Manhattan, you got a car outside, why not? You know what I mean? Let's rock and roll.
That's the best part about the ride sharing and the Ubers now too, man. It's led to more fun, more supporting a local business, as we call it here on the show when I'm on vacation, bombing around. So the recipes though, the food, Where did this all stem from? Is this from your experience? Is this from the area you're in? This is what people are requesting because you have so much food. When you go down, boom, we got the broccoli rabe here. We got the ham sandwich here. You got chicken parm, take it home. Like, okay, first off, I want to start with where it inspired. What inspired you to make this food? How did it start? Where are the recipes from?
The inspiration is easy. My recipe is easy. Nobody's ever going to outwork me, right? So you always have to, no matter what you do, and I tell people along this little 2-year journey type of thing, when people interview, I tell them, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. If you love what you do, you won't worry about how many hours you work. You won't worry about bad, good, or indifferent. But in your heart, if you know you're good and you believe, like I believe I'm the best out there. And if you do believe it, it's going to show your passion. So the key word to that is passion. I come in every day. I'm here at 4:30 in the morning. Bang, we rock and roll. And then at lunchtime, you'll hear me say a guy come in or whatever. I'm like, buddy, you can't have that on your sandwich. Let me take care of you. And then sure as stuff, it just rolls. You know what I mean? And they're like, wow, you really know what you're doing. But the inspiration is just, I always wanted to say to myself that I'm never going to fail. And how I'm never going to fail, I never went to college. I don't know how to email you guys. This is true. I will not. If you guys told me right now that you'd pay me $1 million to email you, I'm iconic. I have the same accountant. We do everything blue collar. I have the same system that I've done since I started. First in the work, last one out every day. Nobody outworks me. All my friends say I'm crazy. And you know what? The recipe has worked, and I'm not changing. And I'm not. And people say to me, "Oh, my account's we got to go to QuickBooks and all that stuff." I'm like, nah. I'm your last guy.
It's funny. It's funny you say that, right? Because we as Samboners, we touch them all, Raj. We got kids 4 years old Samboning. Take a look, take a bite. We got 86-year-old people out there Samboning. My dad's 70. His group of friends have caught wind about this Samboners page, and it's the funniest thing when you see like my dad, for example, download Instagram, and you go on his account, 0 followers, 1 following. And he's just following the Samboners. There's probably 35 of them out there. They could care less about Instagram, could care less about all the social media nonsense. They just want to support us. And same thing probably for you, right? That ambitiousness that you created, getting behind the mic and just highlighting and showcasing food, I'm sure has not only helped your business, but again, has just kind of built a better camaraderie in your hood around what exactly you're doing. So that's cool stuff, man.
Yeah, 100%. You hit it right on the head. 100%.
Yeah. So are you a Giants fan?
Big Giant fan. Yep.
You're Big Blue.
Big Blue, baby.
I was with Big Blue. Let's see. I went undrafted at Big Blue in 2017. Played 5 preseason games. It was the year they drafted Evan Ingram. We were the 2 tight ends. Yep. One was the first round pick. One was undrafted. And then I had played 5 plays in a preseason game. Went into the city. No drinks. It was during training camp, but had a great steak dinner. My family from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, my mom's, and that was her college, going to working as an 18-year-old in New York City. So it's a place that's near and dear to my heart, and traveled up there, and we get the whole family around. We're celebrating. I played my first NFL game. It was 5 plays at the end of a preseason game, right? I was shitting down my leg. And I woke up the next day and my stomach was killing me. I had emergency appendectomy surgery. So I was supposed to, probably be on the practice squad and work my way up. But yeah, man, I ended up getting cut, and that was it. But I love it up there, and the people up there. You want to talk about the best food in the NFL? Their staff. I was the size of a house there, Roger. I probably put on 10, 15 pounds when I got up there. Every NFL.
Did you play with Mr. Snee? Was he still there?
No. So Snee would come around and all, but no. Does Snee come in your restaurant?
Well, Snee's so he comes frequent here, but he's a town over, and he does. His sons play through our Pee Wee program. Pop Warner go to our high school. His oldest son just went to college to play ball. Great guy.
You go to a lot of games?
Yeah, I go not as much now because my son plays high school football and stuff. So I try and I support that major league. So probably 4 or 5 years ago, somebody wanted to buy my the license or whatever. So I dumped it because they don't want to go again. I just go to StubHub.
Raj, what's your take on the re-signing of Danny Dimes? Does that make you excited?
No, I think I definitely like the youth, but I definitely don't. I'm one of those guys that don't think nobody's worth the money.
Yeah, as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, Raj, I was laughing to the bank when I saw that signing.
Well, you're going to pay your guy too, so don't laugh too hard. Okay?
He deserves all the money in the world, baby. He's the future.
Slow down. You didn't win nothing yet. Slow down. Okay.
I'll tell you this.
Something.
Hold on. So real quick, sorry to cut you off, Kyle, but what is like the dividing line? I feel like I feel like the NFL wants the Jets to be good again. And if they sign Aaron Rodgers, maybe they will have that opportunity to excel. But like, what is like the dividing line in North Jersey, New York, in terms of being a Jets fan versus a Giants fan?
You know what this is?
Oh, give me a fucking break.
That's
what are we doing now?
MVP, baby, Eli Manning. I got 2 of them. You want me to show you both, or you trust me?
Was that before 2017? 'Cause I'm pretty sure we most recently won a Super Bowl.
You see that?
Where are we going with this? Eli Manning. Give me a break.
Come on, man.
Were you at the parade? Were you at the parades?
No.
I went as a kid. My mom pulled me out of school. She's like, "You need to see this." This was before the Eagles were in and out, and I wanted to play in the NFL. My mom's like, "You got to see this. You got to see it. Just if you want to visualize it, you got to go." So we went up. It was incredible.
That is incredible.
And ticker tape parade in New York City, man. It was like, holy cow.
I've been to a lot of
like if the Jets win the Super Bowl, does that parade march down the same path? Like, help me understand that.
Yeah, good point. They call them New York Jets and New York Giants, so they'll probably do the same thing. They'll probably go to New York City. You know what I mean? They're not
going to. Do they win the Super Bowl? I think they could. Got a good team.
Well, they just got a good quarterback today,
really?
So that's a big piece right now.
Yeah,
but again, we'll see what they give up for that quarterback.
Mick's question, though, was where's the dividing line there? Like, how do you end up being a Jets or a Giants fan, Rangers fan, Devils fan?
I became a Dallas Giant fan for my dad. So I think all those older people, God bless my dad, from Yankee Stadium, I think you inherited what you are through your families. Like if you see when you go to a Jet game, very young crowd, like, 30s, 40s. If you go to a Giant game, even with my business, you see the Sunday mornings, the Giant fans are, say, 50 and up. You get some younger ones, but for the most part, a lot of older people are old school Giant fans. A lot. When you see a Jet fan, I could definitely, not barring to seeing the green shirt, you could tell, they're Jet fan, just the age bracket on Sunday mornings. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
And I definitely
geographically, there's no real dividing line. It's just kind of pick and choose your own battle here.
Yeah,
if you're a Giants fan, are you a Rangers fan? And if you're a Jets fan, are you a Devils fan?
Exactly. So it's Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Bronx Bombers. The New York
Yanks. Okay. And then it comes Jets. Really? It does fall down like that?
Jets, Mets, Devils, all the losers go together. All the losers go together. The Jets, the Mets, the Devils, all the losers go to one side. The Nets, the winners go to the other side.
I'll tell you what, the Giants and that side has been very fortunate with a lot of success for sure. My uncle's in Belmar. I'll be spending time down there, the Shillelagh Club in Kelly's, great spot. But he's Jets, baby, and they have a big. I mean, they're a bar divided. I mean,
they're loud and proud. The Jet fans, loud and proud. Yeah.
All right, Roger. So it's cheesesteak month here. We have different months. We feature all different sandwiches. All breakfast month, this month, barbecue month. For you, you're making a cheesesteak. How are you making it?
So I'm going to tell you exactly how we make it here at the store. Once I do a lot of stuff with filet mignon. But if you just walk to my store and ask for a cheesesteak, I shave ribeye steak on the grill, peppers and onions. I put cheese in that as well when I'm cooking on the grill, and I also throw the roll on garlic bread in the oven. I put cheese on that. So while that's in the oven, it's on the grill of cheesesteak. Then when the cheesesteak comes out on the roll, I squeeze some more cheese on top of it, cut it, wrap it, you're out the door. So really shaved ribeye steak.
If Mick and I come in there,
that would be awesome. I'll send a card for you guys whenever you want.
We'll stop and get tequila first.
Let's do the pods. We'll do it live right here one day, okay? All right?
We're in. Now,
I'll get tequila. I'll get everything.
Well, what are you putting out for us, though? What's the spread? What's the number one go-to items there? What sells the best? What's the most popular?
It's very hard. It's a great question because every day it's different, and like now we just won in our area. There's a magazine called 201 magazine. It's very real big. It's like Pagi where they rate everybody, in the new year coming up. So 2023, our sandwich of the year is called the New York Giant, and it's roast beef, caramelized onions, brown gravy, melted provolone cheese on a round roll, and the round roll is garlic bread. And that just won number one sandwich 2023. So that
no horseradish sauce on there?
Yeah, but we give you the choice. So the one that won was brown gravy. But if you want horseradish on it, we put that on that as well.
Right, gotta have horseradish on
the number one seller for the kids is called the New York Jet, hence the Jet. It's a buffalo chicken, cheddar cheese on a long roll with ranch dressing. Crush it. Can't make enough of them every day.
Your boy Johnny Mags would like that, Kyle.
That's the number one sandwich for all the kids. The kids that come in. Can I get a jet? Can I get a jet? Can I get a jet?
That's great. Now, are you like near a high school where kids are like walking over after school?
Yeah, I'm in between a bunch of, middle-aged schools. Willard School is all the younger kids. And then the high school is probably on between two high schools, probably both a half mile away.
No, I mean, that's the best. You can't beat that. After a long day at school, roll over, see the Deli Guy, maybe get a video, see the celeb. North Jersey's finest.
Well, we do a cameo too for you if you want.
Oh, you have cameo?
My son has me doing everything, Colin. I had to wish a 50-year-old guy happy birthday yesterday. He said he was paying me. I don't know where the money is, but I think my son grabbed that money, Colin.
Yeah, he's not telling you. That's going to Coors Light too.
The guy asked me the other day to wear it. My son handles all the stuff, So the guy called me the other day. He goes, Dad, some guy wants you to wear his T-shirt. He's going to give you $75. I'm like, Ty, whatever, whatever you want me to do. He goes, Dad, nah. I told him $500. I told him $500. He goes, yeah. He goes, the guy sent us 2 checks, $1,000. He got 2 different kind of T-shirts. I'm like, great, whatever he wants me to say for him.
Absolutely crazy.
If your son's hiring, we'd love to hire him here at Not For Long Media and the Samboner Show. That guy's wheeling and dealing, baby.
Your son's got the right vision there.
He protects the whole, Deli Guy image type thing. And, a guy wanted me to use his knives. And the guy was going to send me a knife. And my son said, my dad has, I think at the time we had 3 million followers or whatever. He goes, you got 7,500 and you want my dad to use your knife and plug you. And the guy goes, my son goes, I think I could buy that knife for $29.
Oh, I love it.
So the guy's like, well, my son's like, you got to do a little bit more than just, my dad use your knife, And I was like, hi. He goes, Dad, I'm kind. It's just like these guys just want to ride your platform. I'm like, all right, So it's pretty good. Super Bowl, we did a little something from Hellman's Mayonnaise. They sent out a flyer. And so on the flyer, they had John Hamm and Bree. Those were 2 actors. So they contacted us, and they wanted us to do a ham and Brie sandwich, whichever we came up with. And they sent out a nationwide flyer of the Super Bowl sandwich, and you clicked on the link, and it showed me showing you how to make the sandwich. So that was pretty cool.
That's cool. I saw the Hellman. I saw the Hellman, so I'm like, oh, that's an ad right there. I know what that is. There's more Hellmans than you had bread in the freaking place. That's great.
Yeah. So we did that. That was pretty cool. We got invited to a Great American Food Truck Race. You guys know what that is?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's out in you know what that is, Mick?
No, I don't, but I just got back from Samboning, one of the more highly touted cheesesteaks here in Philadelphia. That happens to be a food truck. But other than that, no, I have not heard about the
So
race.
In California, out west, they get like 5 or 6 different trucks, and they compete. They give them recipes, and the last man standing wins $50,000, just say the truck. So we got offered to do that maybe about 9 months ago, but they weren't flexible with me. They wanted me to go there for 8 weeks straight, and I'm like, how do these people do this? I own a business. They're like, we use entrepreneurs, we use people. I'm like, well, so I offered to go out on weekends and do something, but I had to turn them down. But it was pretty honorable to even get brought up on that,
That's great, man. Now, do you get down to the Jersey Shore in the summer? You take any time off or what?
Yeah, so I'll try and see my son. My other son is going to try and play football in college now, so we're going to go on that tour. He's a cornerback at Rampo High School, so he's getting a lot of looks for that. So this summer, I have not made any plans yet because I think we're going to be as a parent, I think I'll be shuffling him all over and deciding where his next venture is going to be.
Well, have your son on Instagram contact me. If he needs any help with that, I do a ton of that. I've helped a bunch of kids get into school and get people recognized. So now we appreciate you coming on, man. Your energy is infectious. What you're doing is right. You're blue collar, hardworking, great dude. I like Big Blue, but the rest of these people listening are going to be pissed that you're a Big Blue guy because they're all, Birds fans. But hey,
there's enough for everybody, Colin. There's enough for everybody. That's what makes sports so great. One year it'll be Mick gets to the show. One year it's us, Colin. One year, look at you guys. Every year it's somebody different that pops out of the blue, and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. So that's what makes life great. The challenges and who likes what or who likes it. The only thing I'll say to all these people every day, I preach Giants, Yankees. I bash all those other teams, and every day I'm on the stage here. So you can come get me back. You know what I mean? But if the Jets lose, they don't come in my store. So they don't give me the same opportunity to get them back. But I'm on stage. I call it on stage every day. I appreciate you guys having me. It's awesome. If I could ever do anything for any of your people in the area, we try and do a lot of things we use the word kind around here. At any time, if you know anybody in the area that needs something or needs a helping hand or wants to learn something, you guys, I appreciate you guys having me, but always, you have my email. You always feel free to get in touch with me, and I'd be glad to help out anybody I can. And anybody who wants to get in this field that has listened to this podcast, email me. You're more than welcome to come down and chat with me or whatever I can do to help you out.
Phenomenal stuff, Roger.
You're the man.
Can't thank you enough for coming on. Continue to just do what you're doing, man, because the world we live in anymore, it's all about shedding that kindness and just kind of creating the light of who we are and what we're all about. Thanks to social media, we have that opportunity now.
Yep.
So keep on Samboning, my friend.
Rod, before you go, can you give us, hey, it's me, the Deli Guy, and you were listening to the Samboner show?
You got it. You tell me when to go. Ready? It's me, the Deli Guy. You'll listen to Samboner show. There's nothing better, guys. Tune in. You'll be surprised. You'll have a great time. Don't forget, be kind out there. It's me, the Deli Guy, and there's nobody better than me.
You are the best. Wow. Clap it up. Thanks for coming on, brother.
That's on one take, too, Colin. That wasn't two take. That was a one
Oh, we
take.
do, baby.
That's how we do it, right?
Man. Shoot from the hip. Spray,
guys,
pray.
honestly, have me back on again. It was an honor to be on. I appreciate it. Nice chatting with you guys.
You're the man.
Roger.
Thank you, brother.
Nick, good luck to you, Eagles.
Thank you,
Colin,
man.
we're going to get there again before him.
Be well, buddy. Thank
Be
you.
safe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Later, man.